What's the simplest habit change you've seen that saved a marriage?
I've seen some couples that have made a practice they called a walk and talk, where once a week they would just go for a walk. The walk had an agenda, and the agenda was, I want you to tell me 3 things I did this week that made you feel loved, and I want you to tell me like 1 or 2 things that I could have done better, or I could have done different, or that made you feel unloved or unseen. They were in the middle of divorce proceedings. They ended up calling off the divorce. More than 10 years later, they're still married. There's value to that because I think that it's about having a disciplined habit of like making time for that very specific kind of connection and for that non-defensive feedback. It becomes this, hey, this is our practice. Like, this is a thing that we do. I think that's a very low percentage move in terms of it doesn't cost much to do that. And I think if you can't come up with 3 things your spouse did this week that made you feel loved, that's a problem in and of itself.
I was actually talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling him something about exactly something like this, that, see, one thing I always recommend for any couple, whether you're having a successful marriage or not, is that make it a practice every week or every other week. Sit down with your spouse and actually talk about your relationship specifically. Like, talk about the relationship, talk about the marriage, talk about what you are doing. You have to do this because the problem again and again is that people do not talk about their relationship. They don't know if they're on the same page or not. They are consumed with life. They are paying bills. They are looking after kids. They are trying to survive, that they actually do not talk to each other in such a way that they understand where they are. Because when you do this, when you tell your partner, hey, I don't feel loved this way, I don't feel loved this way, you get to hear what they're saying, and then you can do better in those areas. But then another problem we have is that a lot of people are so consumed in themselves, in their selfishness, that even when their partner is making it super obvious that this is what I need from you, they are not willing to change, they're not willing to make adjustment because they think they are all that. They think that they are who they are and they can't make a change. But the truth is that change is constant. If you genuinely like somebody, you will listen to their plea, you will listen to what makes them feel love, and you pour into them that way. And also praise your partner. That's why you have to do it both ways. You tell them, this is what I love that you did this week and I appreciate it. And then you tell them, this is what I wish you could do better. And both of you give each other this feedback, and then you go about your week and you actually try your best to make sure you do those things. And when you do those things, you will see that your relationship will improve exponentially. Try this thing, try it, just include it in your relationship. Try it and see. Every week or every other week, sit down, talk about a relationship, tell your partner, I love these 3 things and I wish you could improve in these 3 areas. And you tell the other person, and then both of you get to work and do what you need to do. Sometimes you don't have to be perfect in doing it. It's just the effort that matters. And when you show that you are willing to do it, your partner will appreciate it and your relationship will grow.